What's up, everybody? How you doing? Bobby Simmons is in the building. And as you can see, in the place to be, sitting directly next to me, ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Eileenfisher in the building.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
She is in the building with me because for some of y'all probably saying, okay, Eileen, what is it that she's going to tell us? Well, she's a matchmaker.
Exactly. Old school matchmaker.
Yeah, now that we done introduced them to you who you are, explain to them about matchmaking. Like, what is it that some people probably watching now or hearing saying, well, matchmaking, what is it that you do?
You know, everyone always asks me that. The first question everyone always says to me, how did you get into this? And I always say, I don't remember not doing it.
Right.
So when I was growing up, I just used to always go to people and say, are you married? And I used to always say, hey, I have a friend for you. I love doing it. I got my own brother married.
Whoa.
Yes. And I actually met my husband trying to set him up with somebody. So there you go. Wait, funny enough, the girl that I was going to introduce my husband to is someone I grew up with who recently got divorced and said, hey, can you help me?
Oh!
Yeah, I was thinking, well, maybe my husband with her.
Wow. So, I mean, well, I didn't really wanted to ask, but I'm glad that you broke it down about how you got into this. That's very interesting, particularly how you said you met your husband, too, about matchmaking yourself.
Yes.
With him and everything. But here's the thing that I wanted to talk to you about. You know, matchmaking is particularly in the new millennium. Don't you think it's pretty difficult now than today to make people than it was years ago? Because years ago it was, I don't want to say easy, but you can go to a bar, you can go out to an event, meet someone. Nowadays people use the internet, and you don't really know whether someone vibes with you or not, or you're compatible with them.
Well, I actually go on and always tell people, I know apps that have to exist, of course, but I'm actually very against them because when you meet an old school matchmaker like me, you have to meet me in person. So you can show me a picture of you, Bobby, from like 5 years ago, because guess what? You don't look like that.
Exactly.
Or you can't give me a story about yourself with every adjective because I'm going to meet you and know you're not all those adjectives.
Yes.
You can't lie about your age because I'm going to ask you for your driver's license. So why I love being a matchmaker, although it costs money, where apps don't, at least when I send you out on a date with someone, I know where you're going. It's safer.
Right.
And I know the girl. But the key thing about matchmaking to me is that I know the third story. So even when you get in a fight with somebody and you don't know whatever it is, when you're on a date, I know exactly what you both are thinking. So I get to be the person to help it or not help it.
Well, that's interesting. Well, how would you know that what someone's thinking when they're out on a date? Like what's a sign?
Well, let me ask you a question. I always tell everyone, when you first meet someone, right away you judge them, right?
This is true.
But when you first go through a matchmaker, at least you know exactly what they look like, and I'm giving you everything for real about them.
Right.
So I'm helping you take that insecurity or that nerves out on that first date.
Right.
So I'm telling you to relax, enjoy yourself. She knows that you're going out because you want to meet somebody.
Right.
The other thing is that I always try to give women hope out there. It's a big push I do. I always want people to have hope in life, that there are people. You know, so many people tell me they're on all those apps, Tinder, whatever, and they can't meet anyone because it's like a magazine.
Right, exactly.
With me, it's not a magazine.
Yeah. You know, do someone tell you about themselves so you can kind of seek the kind of person that they're looking for?
Of course.
Have you ever matched someone that they just weren't really compatible with each other?
I mean, it does happen. Of course it could happen. But, you know, mostly all my male clients will say to me, you know, Eileen, it was a good date, but she just wasn't for me, you know, because of blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't that it was a bad choice.
Right.
When you're on Tinder and all those other apps, you can actually make bad choices. So I'm making your choice for you. And it's very different. And I get to give you the true feedback.
That's right. That's true.
Right?
That's true. Yeah.
And I tell you how to dress. And I tell you where to go. And I help you through the whole thing. But most importantly, I try to give everyone hope. To know that there are lots of people out there. I teach people to smile. You know, you don't know what a smile could do for somebody.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, a smile definitely can ease somebody a lot more better. But here's my question I want to ask you. This is for me.
Oh.
Now, I want to know this.
Oh, no.
Now, you say in matchmaking, you want to match somebody up and stuff like that.
Yep.
Let's say, like, let's say this is not me. Let's just say somebody named
Bobby.
Right. Let's say somebody named Howard. The duck. You know what I'm saying? Someone like named Howard who's interested in meeting someone, but he's interested in meeting someone very compatible to him, and he just has a great sex drive. He just want to meet someone that's just like it's got to be the sex got to be.
Why does every man have to tell their penis size and their sex drive?
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, exactly. But why? Why does every
that.
man?
But I'm just saying, like, there's some minutes like.
Exactly, but women have big, good sex drives also.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So find someone compatible with a woman that's like, yes.
Yes,
boom.
but it can't be all the time.
Yeah.
No, it can't be all the time. I mean, there has to be like a slowdown,
I mean, you need that. That woman need that hot man, and you need that hot woman that's like.
You know what makes it good sex?
What's that?
Is that when you're open and you're willing and you communicate your wants and your needs.
Right.
And even if you're not in the mood once in a while, you do it.
Right.
But going back to matchmaking,
Well, she made that sound like, every once in a while you just
you got to do what you got to do.
do.
But going back to matchmaking, I mean, if it's important to someone to have an important sex drive, I make sure that women know he's very sexual. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. I was hoping, because when I was going to ask you this question, I said, I hope she don't say, there's something wrong with that, Bobby. Do you have a problem? Do I have to send you to see a therapist?
No, I was going to take you to like one of those sex stores.
Oh, I love Eileen. I love this woman. I know where I'm going after the interview's over. Have people like really request for crazy things like that?
I'll tell you a funny story. I have a client who I actually took to one because I helped him because he was having some issues. But that's why I'm a special matchmaker, because I actually try to help him more. That's why I love doing what I do, because he was having issues. I helped him things, and it made it better, the relationship.
Have you ever thought or seen anybody fall out of, like, let's say like you match someone up and they thought they were compatible with each other, but then let's say down the line, like you said, your girlfriend that you was going to introduce to your husband, wound up getting divorced now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what if a situation like that happened where you match someone up and then all of a sudden...
It just happened.
Yeah.
It just happened. But on a serious note, divorce could happen. People grow and change. People stay married because they think they have to for their kids, their family. And that's what we're told to do.
Right.
But people think it's failure, but it's okay to grow and change. It's okay to want to be somebody else. You get to be a new chapter of your life. It's not failing. You get to grow.
But that's interesting.
But going back to your question, I just had a client who got married, who got divorced. And I feel bad, but they got married too quick.
Well, okay.
And I feel bad, but we all told him not to. But people do what they want to do from matters of the heart.
Right. Because I was going to say, that's pretty interesting, because some people, like there's some people who's in marriages now, and you would think that, okay, well, you were put together, meaning matched up together. You would think that, you just said, some people, like to grow and, do different things. Do you believe that people can grow together even though they've been matched up? Or do you think that they learn so much about each other, it kind of brings them apart?
I think that different ages, you have to, at 20, people want different stuff. At 30, people want different stuff. But the key to staying together is really and truly being best friends.
Right. Oh, yes.
That's the whole key.
Yes.
You can fake it, but you want to walk down the street holding hands with someone. Look, Bobby, we're holding hands, walking down the street. You look over and be like, I'm proud walking down the street with Bobby. And you say, I'm proud walking down the street with Eileen.
Right.
And listen, you both have a crappy day, but you still feel okay. You could hate the person sitting on the couch, but then you get that one moment you look over, because you grew and you changed, and you both want the same things. You both want the same driven. You want to move forward in business. You want your backbone. You want someone who pushes you to keep going or teaches you things. But at different ages, you have to know, are you growing because you want the same thing? And if you're not, it's okay. But you have to know that there's hope. And that's the key thing about being matchmaker to me, is giving everyone the hope that there are people out there. If you open your eyes, people have a type. It's the worst thing you could do. And I first thing,
Why?
because the first thing I teach people, Bobby, I walked in the room, I'm married, let's say I wasn't, and I say to you, I'm here with my blonde hair friend, and then I say to you, Bobby, who do you like better? You go to blondes because you're driven, that's your taste. Well, how would you know I'm not the best thing for you?
Well, let me just say this to Eileen real quick. First of all, you wrong, because if you did walk in the room with your blonde hair friend and you would have said, well, which one you think, I definitely would have picked you. So I'm just saying.
Okay, so that was good, everybody.
Just
Everyone
letting
heard
you
that,
know.
right?
Just letting you know.
Good.
Blondes don't always work for me.
Even better, everybody.
All right?
So I try to teach people. So I would say to you, Bobby, don't only go for what your type is. Give the other person a chance, because types often work your chemistry to sex.
Right.
But other things will make you feel good. Someone that makes you laugh. Someone who can say things to you and you can handle. But that comes when you open your heart up to let somebody in.
Right. I think that's, I mean, absolutely right. That's very important to open your heart up. Because, I think today, in the millennium, 2019, we are here, that people should be finding love. And you see it now, whether it's in Hollywood or whether it's just regular day-to-day people, working people seem to be falling out of love and they
Too
want to love
easily.
again.
Well, it's also because people, again, I hate to keep on repeating it, grow and change.
Yeah.
And people are so scared to grow and change with somebody else because of your old morals, your old values, but it's okay. But you got to find someone who you can grow with. So if you say, Bobby, I want to move to Washington in 3 years, you tell that woman she's driven to do it.
Right.
If you meet a girl who says, I'm never leaving from New York, she's never leaving New York.
Oh, so then I guess I got a problem then. Because I'm never leaving New York.
I'm not either.
Oh, my God. So why you and I are matched?
Exactly. Shh, no one tell my husband.
Oh,
Shh.
don't you? Yeah, Mister. Well, anyway. So go continue. Continue.
But the point is that you're allowed, but you have to have that always at the beginning. What people say is what they mean. But if you allow someone in, you'd be shocked how many more people you would be attracted to.
And you know what? And I think, and to be honest with you, I know that you're good at what you do. I don't have to question it, because you're absolutely right. That is the key to it. If you open yourself up honestly with people.
Somebody from my past has been texting me. Her name is Nancy, and she told me that she went through a bad situation, and now every day I text her and I try to help her and get through it. I want her to have the hope to know she's not alone, and there are people out there.
Yeah.
And her text to me, and I'm not someone who likes to look back. I'm someone, you can't change yesterday, Bobby.
Right.
We wake up, we have today. So I'm trying to show her, go out, smile. So what, you're divorced, feel good, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel good about, that she said I made her smile. And to me, that means a lot. And to me, when I meet somebody and I can set them up, it's everything to me, because I'm giving someone that chance of hope, of happiness.
Right.
So, like you.
Well, I think. Yeah, well, I mean, we're having a good talk right now. I'm still, I'm
Single.
I'm searching, but that is a great thing for you to talk to someone, because I know a lot of people, even whether it's divorce or falling out of a relationship, some people feel that. I know myself, when you fall out of a relationship, or you fall out of anything, or you fall out of any problem that you have with a wife, anyone, you saying to yourself, did I make the wrong choice, or you thought you made the right choice,
Right.
With this particular person or spouse of yours, and then you start to beat yourself up.
That's right.
You
That's
start to
right.
beat yourself up, thinking like, maybe no one else finds me
But you
attractive.
can't change it. You
No, you
can't
can't.
change it. And that's
men
the
think that
problem.
way too.
Oh my God, can I tell you, it's worse. My male clients who are divorced are harder than women.
Really?
Because they're like, shoot, I got divorced. I failed, whatever. You didn't fail. You grew, you changed, and it's okay. Do what you need to do and open your heart back up to someone else. I have 2 kids and I'm constantly lecturing them. My son is 13, my daughter's 15. I tell her all the time, men are assets in your life. And my daughter has the greatest heart of gold. I hope, I'm a tough bitch, but she's funny like me.
Well, she's compatible for me, boy. She's
exactly.
A touch bit.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
My daughter's funny like me, everybody. But her heart is the greatest thing in the world. And I tell her, at 15, you're no one who you're going to be later.
Right.
My poor son at 13, I'm like, a girl says no, it's no. And you always make a girl feel good.
Right.
And I teach them this, but you got to grow and become who you're with, because you're going to go through a lot of people. And you're lucky. I have seen one of my closest friends, Stacy, in New Jersey. I always say her and her husband have it right. there's not a lot of people that have it right.
Right.
And you're lucky when you do. But if you don't, you can't change what you had.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
You
Or,
can.
well, again, like you said, either you work on it or you just
That's right.
kind of just let it up and just try to move on and find that
Yeah.
happiness and someone that can open your heart again, because somewhere down the line each one of you have changed.
That's right.
Or at least
It's a
one
job.
haven't changed.
It's a job. A
Yeah.
marriage, a relationship is a job. But
That's
if you're
tough.
friends and if you connect,
Yeah.
you don't have to like the person all the
Right,
time,
right.
but you have to connect. You have to want to be with that person. Not all the time, because trust me, everyone makes each other sick. But the key thing is being friends.
Being
the key
friends.
thing is having that together and accepting faults.
Well, I think that's one of the problems a lot of people have too, accepting other people's faults. I know I've been through that situation where someone, my fault is that I think I stay out a lot. I mean, when I say I stay out, I don't mean like out in the streets. I mean, I'm a workaholic.
Right.
You know, and I love to
Are you
travel.
in the bars?
No.
Okay,
no,
good. Okay, good. Whoop. Time out on that note, everybody. We just hit a sore spot.
She said, "Oh, you at a bar? Sometimes I want to hit the bar. You know, like bartender, keep them coming." But
Tequila.
you know,
Rick, did you say tequila shot?
remind me to put that on a list, Rick, and get her back here again, tequila. But you know, you find yourself someone finding your flaws.
Yep.
And I guess when you look at it, you don't think it's you, but you have to remember this is a two-way street.
Yes.
It's not a one-way street.
Yes.
You know, and I guess in a relationship, people really have to, like you said, become friends.
Yes.
I think, and I speak for myself too, I don't think I became a friend with someone. I think because I thought they were beautiful, gorgeous. Oh, I got her.
Yeah.
Wait till people see me with
Yep,
her. But
check.
I didn't, right, I didn't.
Check.
But I didn't, secure the friendship.
Right.
So once we're together, then it's like, okay, where do we go from here? We don't know where to go from here because we didn't develop a
Correct.
friendship.
So when you say the sex thing, yeah, it matters. But
Well, maybe
really-
that'll work if we just do it.
Larry, shh.
That'll work. Maybe that'll wake me back up. Maybe it'll wake us both back up.
But the thing is like, you want to, nobody wants to be alone.
Right, exactly.
Nobody wants to be.
Yes,
And the
yes.
point is that you want to, I always goof around with my friend Dana. I always say, if we can't in the future, whatever, we'll just live together. We just have to make sure we comb each other's hair or whatever. And my friend Nan, I always say, just pull my chin hairs in the nursing home. But because we don't want to be alone. Nobody
Right,
wants to.
right.
But the point is that like when, my friend Nancy, I laugh at, and she's my neighbor, and I'm always like, okay, you can be the fancy one, I'll be the casual one. Like that TV show, I forgot the two girls living together. But girls can find that girl thing to be friends.
Yeah.
But really, it's nice to have a partner in life, and nobody wants to be. So there's always hope, and you don't want to keep on going through life saying, I need prettier, I need better, because honestly, we're all going to change. Our looks are going to go. But the core thing is that you want to be a friend and connect and go through a lot of things together. But you have to remember, if you want to go out clubbing, it's okay, but respect the other person that they
Right.
may want to stay home. You have to come home,
Yeah.
Bobby,
Yeah.
and not do it all the time, because the person wants attention too.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely
You
right. And
know?
I think that also I can speak for, well, I can't speak for other men, but I can speak for where sometimes a person, maybe male or female, where like you just said, it's okay for you to go out, but have respect for the other person. But I think in my case, I speak for
Yeah.
me, the other person know that this is what I do and like to do. So, that person shouldn't be that upset. But then you have to consider the other person's
Well, you have to
feelings.
consider if you're out all the time, they're alone.
Right, exactly.
So I
You're
just
right.
said to you, nobody wants to be alone.
You're
And then
right.
what happens is they're going to be alone, and they're going to replace it. If somebody is happy,
yeah.
they're not going to look for somebody else.
Yeah.
Because even when you're alone, you made them happy. If you can't speak to someone for hours at a time, but you think about them, they're happy.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do what you only want to do and not think about their happiness, forget it, Bobby.
Yeah,
Forget it.
So it ruins the whole
It
thing.
ruins everything.
Wow.
Forget it.
Well, that's some truth right there. That speaks some truth. I'm still,
I'm scared what he's going to say next.
but we'll leave that alone for now, though. But no, you're absolutely right, and that is some truth. I suggest to everybody, actually, real quick before I even let you go, please tell everybody where they can, because some people may listening right now and looking
Right.
saying, how can I talk to you? Because all jokes aside, I know we're having a lot of fun in it, but you hitting some real key points that's very important to, and that's the reason why you can match people up.
Well, the other thing that I don't make it about me. I learn, people say, how did you
should,
become
'cause
one?
you're sexy.
Oh, thank you, Bobby.
You should.
Yeah, everyone
I'm
hear
sorry,
that?
mister. I just have to tell you she's sexy. You could be mad at me. It's okay. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, a woman at
She's-
50 feels good.
Well, she's sexy.
Okay, everybody?
That's 50?
Yeah, it's 50. I work out hard. I do everything. And by the way, I did not get my hair blown out, everyone.
Don't worry about your hair.
We're
I'm saying-
leaving the hat
I'm
on.
saying she's sexy.
The hat's on. But more importantly, I do it because I want to make everybody happy.
Right.
I do it not for myself, but I do it because it makes me happy when I do a setup. So I run the New York office for Elite Connections, not Elite Singles, Elite Connections, who has been in business for 27 years. You can also find me on Heart Match Me, where I do all tips of the day, goofy ones for the point I'm at Soul Cycle. I'll grab someone, tell them it's cold out, you got to snuggle. And I just tried to tell people, like Valentine's Day, I went on and said, I hate Valentine's Day. Everyone's sad. Forget Valentine's Day. I try to empower people. People want to hear, because I like that F word. I think that F word, can I say it?
Yeah, you can say it. You better say it.
I love the word fuck.
Oh my God.
I love that word. It says
Say
a
it
lot.
again.
Exactly. I love the word because it says a lot and expresses, but I say things that like people need to hear because like you said, people hear all their bad and they just don't, the anxiety of not going forward and how to move forward. And I try to show people it's okay. New Year's Eve, you don't have plans. It's one day. It's okay if you can't text someone at night because the next day
Thank
comes
you.
around. And
Will you speak to people who really who's into that?
It's
like,
crazy.
Like New Year's. It's New Year's.
It's so
I'll see you
what?
tomorrow.
Exactly.
Oh,
or how do you feel with a
Eileen.
friend that, you can't talk to a friend at night, so you'll talk to them in the morning. But the key is, do people make you happy in your life? Who do you want in your life?
Right.
But it's not about me again. Anybody can say anything about me, but understand I'm trying to empower people to learn that, we all live once. We all can die tomorrow. But there's a chance when you go into Starbucks, you smile at someone. It could be the person you want to be with.
Right.
And you have to give it the whole chance. So when people sign up with me, we do charge a very hefty fee, but matchmakers do. The male clients that I work with are phenomenal men. And the reason they pay is not because they're losers, it's because New York is a candy store for men. There are so many women. A 60-year-old can get a 25-year-old. Yeah, that looks really sexy when your balls are drooping at 60-something and I'm 25.
Keep it close to
Not
me.
good, not good. So the thing is that I really take on people who really want people. And let's go back to Bobby. But here you are. You may go out. Go out. You can, but consider the other person.
No, you're right. So let me ask you this then. So you think since you done mentioned, a 60-year-old man dating 25-year-old women and stuff like that, what do you think about, 40-year-old men dating like 60-year-old women or 65-year-old women? What do you think about that?
I think it's just a little thing for a man to get turned on by that because I think...
No. Now me and Eileen, we fighting. We fighting in there. This is our
Hold
first...
it. Let me tell you one
This
thing.
is our first fight.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, honey.
Because there are some people, like women call me all the time and say, I'm 55, but I look like I'm 30-something, but you're 55. You can't lie about your age.
Right.
It's hot for a 50-year-old, but what happens, what did I tell you that makes a relationship? What did I tell you?
You said, well, if they friends.
And you connect in your
And you
friends.
connect
Let
in-
me ask you a question. What is a 40-year-old man going to have in common with a 60-year-old woman as she's getting older and she probably has her grandkids?
Well, I mean, first of all,
Bobby, are you sleeping with this 60-year-old woman?
No.
Rick, I found out his secret. This is better than The Bachelor where he had a secret. We know Bobby's secret.
No. But I tell you, oh man, she got my face Googled right now. Oh my God. Rick,
Yes,
get the camera off me.
iHeartRadio 101.9. We got Bobby. Maybe we should shut off Facebook Live right now because of that.
Oh my goodness. Rick, don't you put that camera on me again. Oh my God. No, see, I was going to say,
Rick, I was right.
No, I was going to say, what a 40-year-old man have in common with a 60-something-year-old woman. There are people who like to learn and listen for conversation. You said that.
But I understand. But what do you really have in common? Yes, it could work. There are some situations for sure. But the odds of all those working out, remember, we're all growing and getting older. Our experiences have changed. Everything has changed. So when I'm talking about my grandkids and you're talking about playing tennis, even though I can play tennis at 60 something, you're at a different place. Whose friends are you going to hang out with?
Wow, so you really think that's a problem
I think a
of the gap
big
of that?
age thing, and
Even at that age, I can understand 20.
I don't mind a 6-year-old with like a 46, 48. 20 years is a lot. 20 years is a big difference. It is.
Wow.
It
Well,
is.
I mean, hey, you're the expert. I'm listening to you. I just,
But listen, some people get off on that. Some people get off on, what they want to get off on. Some people like to dress sexy. Some people like BDSM. Some people like,
Go ahead, continue.
some people are just like, you stand there, there's no kissing, there's no touching, you're just straight on sex,
Yeah, I don't want them. I don't
Some
want them.
people
I don't
want to
want them.
last 5 hours.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that.
But so there is something out there for everyone.
Right.
For sure, there is someone for 40 and 60-year-olds. But for me, I honestly, it's harder for me to go out there and meet all these lovely women who are single, who I want to give them hope. That a lot of them don't want to be alone, and at 60, it's hard. They
Right.
don't, a 40-year-old. I just set up a 38-year-old with a 39-year-old with a 50-year-old. She's like, I don't know, Eileen, but he's young acting, she's whatever, but it could work.
Right.
But remember, she wants kids. So you got to think about that too.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Well, I asked for someone else, a friend of mine, who knew that you was coming on the show.
Yeah,
And he said, ask Eileen if there's a problem with a 40-year-old, with a 65-year-old.
I'm going to go after with Bobby out after. I'll tell you guys if he hits up on a 60-year-old.
No, it wasn't me. You know what? I adore you so much. I really
Thank
do.
you. This is wonderful.
Yes.
I had to take a subway down here. Are you kidding
That's
me?
all right. That's how
I'm
you.
glad I didn't get my hair straightened
Listen.
because how hot this room is.
Listen, that's how
And
you
Bobby,
learn people.
woo.
That's how you learn people.
I
You get
know.
on the New York City
I know.
subway, you learn people that way. And hold on,
I
before I
know.
even let you go, ain't that another way of meeting people?
Yeah, well, yes and no. Yes, there is. If you smile, but the person could be a little strange.
Yeah, that's true,
whatever.
too.
Yeah,
we're
but
talking about
no,
New York.
that's part of New York. I never used to ride the subway, and one of my friends are like, "Just get on the subway." So now the 6 is my friend.
Okay.
I couldn't take it here, by the way, but it is my friend. But no, you never know, and I mean it. Walking down the street, one of my tips. I hate when people. You have to wear sunglasses, but like. Don't always wear sunglasses,
Right.
Give yourself. But the worst thing I want to tell you, and then I know we have to go, is that the reason I don't like apps, it's not, I know they exist. I'm not putting them down. It's a matchmaker gets to meet you. It's a feeling I have. And I'm trying to open up your horizon. Instead of looking at Tinder and going through 50 women, I'm trying to find someone who says, in here, Bobby, in
Right.
here,
Yes.
what your core you're looking for. But again, you have to be ready to meet someone, Bobby.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You got that, Rick? I said, Bobby, you have to be ready to meet somebody.
Why you put me in this? I'm asking for friends. Is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell you.
yeah.
Well, please, once again, tell everyone, because I suggest everybody, please link up with her. Let her. You're in New York City, or if you're not in New York City, because actually we're on all over. So if you live in Chicago, Texas, wherever, please, I'll let them know where they can contact you.
They
again.
can contact me at Elite Connections, or you can contact me at Heart Match Me on my Instagram page. But Elite Connections, yes, we're in New York, we're in California, but I only do New York.
So what if somebody's, let's say, like, I got somebody who's in, it's this girl named, a woman named Amita. She lives in Nashville. She listens to the show a lot.
That's hard because I was on TV in Chicago, and I met the nicest people. It's very hard. We don't have an office there, so it's hard.
Okay.
So that's the
But
other
would you
thing.
be able to still help her, like if she called or something and say, hey,
She's going to have to, I mean, I can help her with advice,
Right.
but I couldn't match her with someone. I also don't lie to people. Like I always tell people, you live in the city, I can help you. My friend Nancy lives like in South Jersey. She's coming in. I'm like, I only have guys. When they're paying the money they're paying, and we're expensive, they want to meet someone who live in the city. Wednesday night, you're having a bad night. You want to have a drink with your girlfriend.
Right.
She lives in South Jersey. Ugh, you're going to have to get her an Uber home. It becomes a whole thing.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting. I would really like to have you back here again.
Thank you, Bobby.
I mean, as soon as possible. But no, because I like her company and
Yes,
and
you
her
see?
honesty. And to be honest with you, she really is like hitting some key points, and she's telling the truth about a lot of things in matchmaking.
See,
And
we're connecting everybody.
yeah,
This is
we can.
connecting.
But hold on, Rick, wait, put it on me, Rick. Wait. But I'm not the guy who's looking for a 65-year-old woman.
Rick, put it on me.
It's from my friend Donald Duck. It's for Donald. He said he looking for that. Anyway, please make a promise to me
Okay,
right
I
now
promise.
on
Thank
this
you.
camera
Thank
that
you
you will
so
come back.
much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And we're gonna check back on Eileen to see if all her points are on point. Ladies and gentlemen, show this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young lady some love.
Thank you,
Eileen
everybody. Good
Fisher.
night. Good night.
We'll be back, y'all.
Hi, this is Eileenfisher from Elite Connection, and you're listening to Party1019.com. Hi, this is Eileenfisher, and you're listening to Bobby Simmons on Party1019.com. Hi, this is Eileenfisher from Elite Connections, and you're watching Mic Check 1 2 with Bobby Simmons.
She's my matchmaker. We're a matchmaker.
We made a match.
Mm-hmm.